Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. This is your 21 card love reading if you are in a couple, okay? So I'm just focusing on couples here. If you want to check out your reading, if you're single, have a look next door. I've separated the readings into two because I thought it would be best to concentrate on those who are single or casually dating, or to concentrate on those who are in a couple in a separate reading. So let's get into your love reading for those of you who are in a couple. So universe spirit, show me Scorpio, sun, moon and rising signs. Scorpio, sun, moon and rising signs. What's happening in their love lives if they're in a couple? I just want to see coupled up Scorpios, those Scorpios who are actually in a relationship. What's coming in for Scorpios who are actually in a relationship? Show me Scorpios who are in a relationship. I just want to see what's coming in for Scorpios who are in a relationship in their love reading for the month of December 2016. Show me. Okay, so we've shuffled the cards. That jack into three, and we're gonna Okay, so we've laid out the cards, and let's see what's going on for you guys if you're coupled up, mentally and emotionally. Well, judgment crowns the reading. The root of judgment is the Four of Swords. So I feel that the root is that some of you guys, I don't know whether some of you guys has been on a hiatus, but I feel that it's rejuvenated the relationship. Four of Swords is the card of contemplation, and judgment is the card of revival. So the situation around your mental and emotional state, I feel, shows something that's been revived, because the judgment card means a second chance, and the Four of Swords means to contemplate. So I feel that the root of the issue in terms of relationships for those of you who are in a couple, Scorpio, for the month of December 2016, there's been a lot of thinking going on, possibly a break for some of you guys, but I feel that there has been, through this, the situation I feel is showing some form of revival or some form of decision that's being made with the Judgment card. And let's have a look at what the actual mental and emotional situation is. Well, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is the weighing up of things. So I feel that mentally and emotionally you're kind of 50-50 maybe in terms of your relationship, and for some of you guys in the month of December 2016, and that's because you seem to have taken time out. The root of the issue is doing a lot of contemplating about your relationship, and the situation is judgment, needing to make a judgment on your relationships in the month of December 2016. What is the present situation, you guys? What does it revolve around? The Knight of Swords. And what's the Knight of Swords about? Why have we got the Knight of Swords situation? Ten of Wands. So some of you guys, you might be feeling like you're facing some form of a struggle. The root shows that there is some struggle going on around your relationships here. Ten of Wands can sometimes be one half if you might be working too much, or you might be taking on too many burdens through work. Maybe there's not enough time for the relationship, enough time to relax, enough time to be together. Ten of Wands in a relationship reading often means that there is a burden that is being kind of upheld, and you're kind of pushing forward. I feel as a result of this, we have the situation showing us a sense of restlessness. So what's actually going on in the present situation? Well, there we go. We keep getting these Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, in two minds. I feel that for some of you guys in relationships, you're in two minds in the present situation, and that's because it's underscored by some form of burden that's going on within your relationship. And I feel as a result of that, the situation is saying that maybe there's some form of difficult communication with that Knight of Swords, or a sense of restlessness. within the relationship. And that's why you seem to be in two minds, because in your mental and emotional state, there's been a lot of thinking that's been going on here. The root of the issue is Four of Swords. Okay, so it could be that one of you might be a little bit passive here. Maybe that's because one of you is working too much or something like that. And the relationship with the Judgment card needs some sort of rejuvenation. And maybe the Two of Pentacles is some of you guys working out a way of how you can do that. Because in the present situation, there is a struggle going on here. It's showing in the Foundation card. There seems to be with the situation a lot of restlessness around this. And how it's playing out is it's putting people in two minds. Or, it might be that you're blocking something out here, or you're not willing to discuss a situation that needs discussing in terms of your relationship. What's going on in your hopes and desires? What is your hopes and desires rooted in? The Ace of Swords could be communication. How does that play out in the situation? So the root is the Ace of Swords. Well, the Ten of Cups is the situation here. So I feel that the root of your hopes are for communication, because the situation is the Ten of Cups. There is happiness within your relationship, okay? But I feel that the root issue of this is the Ace of Swords, communication. So around your hopes, let's have a look what your actual hopes are. Well, there you go, the Two of Cups. Come together, be together as a couple, be happy. Because the situation is that you are happy, the Ten of Cups, but the root issue here is communication. You need communication with this Ace of Swords. You need to open up to one another, Scorpio, within your relationship over the Christmas period. Because there's struggle going on here. The root of your relationship is showing struggle. And the situation is playing out in restlessness. Okay? Knight of Swords often shows restless energy. And that's why I feel presently there's a sense of being in two minds or blocking out doing something about the situation. And that's why you might be in two minds with that Two of Pentacles here, because the root is the Four of Swords. Somebody's being passive. Somebody's not throwing their weight. Somebody's not changing things here. And that's why it's playing out in the situation in terms of the mental and emotional state. Judgment. A judgment needs to be made. There needs to be a renewal, a replenishment, a cleansing of whatever is going on here. And in your hopes, it's grounded in the Ace of Swords, communication, because the situation is that you are actually quite happy with your partner here. And what you're hoping is to come back together. I mean, properly be together as a couple. But you need that communication here. Because the communication will play out in happiness with that Ten of Cups. And therefore, your hopes are to come together as a couple. It's a lovely reading. What are your expectations for the relationship? Well, it's another one. It's beautiful. Four of Wands. What's this grounded in? The Knight of Wands, a move. So we can see that in terms of your expectations, it means enthusiasm, a change of direction here. And it will be playing out in the Four of Wands. I don't know whether this is anything to do with a house move or... We've got two cards that represent changes. But it's almost like the root of the issue in terms of your expectations is a change in direction that's going to give you in the situation area here initial success, initial happiness with that Four of Wands. So initial success in a change of direction. And how does this play out in terms of what your actual expectations are? Well, why have you got the expectations as the Ten of Swords? I feel that this is more that you're expecting an ending to a difficult and turbulent time. Because we've got two fantastic cards here. Okay. I feel that, what you're expecting is the end of a turbulent time with that Ten of Swords. I don't feel that you're expecting a stab in the back from your partner. I feel that you're expecting an end to a very, very difficult year. And that comes through the root of the issue being the Knight of Wands. Change of direction in terms of the relationship. Possibly even going on holiday, that type of thing. And it plays out in the situation of the Four of Wands. Happiness, togetherness, celebration. What are the hidden factors? Something that you don't know that's coming in. The Empress. So it could be pregnancy. What's it underlined by? The Nine of Swords. Okay. So... hidden factors, it's rooted in something that you're worried about here, or somebody's worrying about something here. It's playing out in the Empress energy. And what is the actual hidden factor? The Nine of Wands. So what's coming in, it seems to be Nine of Wands is... It's usually a card about perseverance and holding on for dear life and protecting your territory. It could be that what you don't know is that your partner is trying to protect his or her territory here. Perhaps because the underlying reason is that they're worried about you, the Empress. And the Empress can be a beautiful woman or a beautiful man in someone's life, but it can also be the growth in the relationship. So I feel that what you don't know and what's coming in is that your partner might explain to you that they're worried, that they're trying to protect the relationship with that Nine of Wands because they are worried, Nine of Swords, about the growth of the relationship with the Empress card. Could also be things to do with children, pregnancy, that type of thing. What's coming in over the December months for those of you who are in a couple? It's crowned by the Chariot. That's a nice energy. What is the reason for that Chariot? What's the foundation? The Moon. Okay. Okay. And what's the actual thing coming in the immediate future? The Emperor. I feel that this is more for you couples that the Emperor represents taking control. So I feel that what's coming in is you guys will be working together as a team because the Emperor represents working together as a team with your partner, building strong foundations, very much a family card. Your Emperor card often shows somebody who acts as a protector, a very kind of patriarchal, fatherly figure. But I feel that this is more you guys, you couples working as a team here because it's rooted in the Moon. It's rooted in fear in a way. This can also be rooted in a feeling of subconscious fears as well. So I feel that you're going to really work hard on this relationship with this Emperor energy here. And that's because it's rooted in the mood. It might be your subconscious fears of losing this relationship here, in which it's playing out as the Chariot, that you're going to try and overcome the obstacles within the relationship. Because I feel that it is rooted in fear with that Moon card. I feel that there is fear going on here, fear of loss. We can see that this person here is worried. They want to protect their territory because they're worried about the Empress. They're worried about the growth of the relationship. It doesn't show the Empress in the reverse, so it doesn't show the relationship is failing, but they're just worried that the relationship, you know, they want it to grow. They want it to be as healthy and as fulfilling as possible here. Okay, so in the immediate future, we'll be working together as a team with that Emperor card to build a very stable and solid structure of the relationship because it's rooted in a fear of losing the relationship, which is playing out in the Chariot card, where you're going to be moving forward together as a unit through thick and thin, trying to overcome the obstacles. And how does everything play out in December? Lovely. Ace of Cups energy here, to be in love. What's it underscored by? The Seven of Swords. Let me just think about this. Seven of Swords. I feel that this is somebody who's being quite savvy, being quite mentally intelligent about the situation. So it might be that the root of the overall outcome shows the Seven of Swords because somebody's kind of, I don't feel it's being, nastily deceitful or anything, but they're kind of being really kind of intelligent. It's a way to get around the problem, perhaps through the Ace of Cups situation, giving you a gift, for example. Ace of Cups can often represent giving you a gift. So this person, I feel that this partner of yours, Scorpio, it's either you or the partner desperately wants to hold on to this relationship because they're worried about it. And we can see here in the immediate future that building a relationship is what's coming in for you and your partner, Scorpio, with that Emperor card. I mean, the Emperor is a really strong card when it comes to relationships. Okay, but the Emperor can also be someone who is quite calculating at the same time. So the Emperor can be someone who is highly intelligent, can be quite overpowering, quite controlling. So it could be for some of you guys in the immediate future, your partner's going to be quite controlling here because they are worried. The foundation of why they feel the need to control the relationship is because they're worried about, and they've got some really strong, deep insecurities and fears around the relationship that play out with the Chariot energy of them. There's a sense of needing to push this relationship forward, to pursue this relationship to the ends of the earth, to make sure that you overcome together the difficulties. And how this plays out in the overall outcome is, it might be that one of you is quite mentally savvy, i.e. I want to hold on to this relationship, so I'll give them the best Christmas gift going to make sure that they know how much I care, because if other things are causing some trouble in the relationship, at least at Christmas I can show this person how much I care about them. So I feel that they're being quite savvy here. And how does it play out in the overall outcome? There we go, the world, which is lovely. Happy ending for you guys. It's a happy ending to the year with that world card, because I feel that this person uses their brain with the Seven of Swords, how to overcome what you've been going through. Might be just some minor little difficulties, but they'll work out how to kind of smooth the road by, perhaps with the Ace of Cups, giving you a great gift over the Christmas period, Scorpio, just to say how much I love you. And it plays out in the world. It might even be a holiday trip, for example. And the Chariot is a travel card. Okay, so it could be in the immediate future. This Emperor here assumes control because there's a lot of deep-rooted fears going on with the Moon card. And so it plays out in the Chariot. A trip, travel, that type of thing. So in the outcome, it might be with the Seven of Swords being the underlying things. You lot get away. Seven of Swords means to get away. And that's for a fresh start with the Ace of Cups, which plays out in the world. So it could be that for some of you guys, you're going to be getting maybe a surprise trip. Maybe to a surprise trip, some travel to another country, that type of thing. It's a lovely, lovely reading for couples. Really, really is nice for Scorpio. I do feel that there is some energy here that needs working on, yes, because I feel that there is a sense of, let's quickly go through the reading again. I feel that mentally and emotionally, it's rooted in the Four of Swords. There is a certain passivity to your relationship, perhaps even some boredom here, which is why you might be weighing things up within the relationship mentally, because the relationship needs some rejuvenation with the Judgment card. It seems in the present situation, some of you guys might be a little bit in two minds, or you might be burying your head in the sand, because the root of it is that there is some burden around the relationship. It could be that one of you is working too much time, head buried in work or other things, and you're not this is the card of avoidance or not being aware as well. So some of you guys, it might be that you or your partner's not aware of what's going on. Maybe you've got your head buried in projects or different things, and therefore it might be leaving you guys as feeling in two minds about the situation, because the situation is showing a sense of feeling quite restless. Maybe you're feeling ignored. Both cards can represent to avoid or ignore a situation here. Your hopes are, and it's rooted in the Ace of Swords, breakthrough in communication, or just a simple change for the better with the Ace of Swords that plays through the energies of the situation with the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment, happiness, and that in your hopes unveils itself as being the Two of Cups, coming together, enjoying one another's time together. Because there seems to be a little bit of a drifting thing going on here for some of you Scorpios with your partners. What you're expecting is an end to worry, or an end to possibly a difficult time with your partner here with this Ten of Swords. And it's rooted in the Knight of Wands, probably a trip, a getaway, a move, and it plays out in the Four of Wands. I feel that this is something to do with travel, because we've got a lot of travel stuff going on. Knight of Wands, Four of Wands is a holiday destination. Some of you guys might be hoping or expecting maybe some form of holiday destination or a treat, something like that, I feel here. So I feel that your expectations are to overcome a very difficult time. The root of that will be in the Knight of Wands, some form of travel or a change in direction, which plays out in the Four of Wands. Could be a holiday destination, Scorpio, or it could simply be to have all your family and friends around and really enjoy one another's time together. Hidden factors, what you're not seeing, I feel it's your partner. They're determined to defend their territory, i.e. you and what they have, because they seem to be worried here with that Nine of Swords over your relationship with the Empress and you. Okay, this person, I feel your partner does value you very, very highly. Therefore, what we've got coming in is the Emperor. I feel that this person might take control here because they do have a deep insecurity. It's either you or the partner taking control with the Emperor card to build a strong, solid structure of that relationship, because you him or her, or it could be the both of you, are very worried, very insecure around the relationship. And this could play out in terms of the Chariot. And the Chariot is moving the relationship forward, overcoming any obstacles, but it could also be in a trip with the Chariot card. We are seeing a lot of travel cards, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys were going on holiday with your partner. And therefore, in the outcome, the Seven of Swords, well, it's rooted in avoiding something here. And how do you avoid things? It's also rooted in getting away, okay? Rooted in using your head in a very intelligent way. It could be through giving you a gift in the situation section here. And the gift could be playing out, materializing as the world. So it could be a world trip for some of you guys. It could be the best present that you could ever possibly want in December. Somebody surprises you, your partner surprises you, you surprise them. But I feel that more than anything, this reading is saying that your partner, Scorpio, your relationship is filled with love. I just feel that there are a lot of things that get in the way. There are a lot of, we know that through the year everybody's working really, really hard, and sometimes people do feel neglected in relationships. But I feel that one thing I feel for certain within this reading is that your partner really, really loves you. If this resonates with you, then great. I feel that your partner really, really loves you. They really want to show you that they actually care. I don't see anything ominous at all with this reading for those of you Scorpios who are coupled up. I just feel it's a lovely reading that shows by the end of the year somebody's going to really show you how much they care. It could be through a holiday gift, could be through the greatest. I feel that the Ace of Cups is a gift to show that somebody loves you very, very much. And I feel that they're being very, very savvy. It could be that they're being very secretive around what they're doing here, but they generally manifest this through the situation, the Ace of Cups, showing you that they care, a gift, and it's to do with the world, because this is how it manifests out in the overall outcome. The best of the best. It's just a lovely reading, it really is. And yeah, I wish all you Scorpio couples the best of health and the best of love in terms of your relationships. I think it's wonderful. I think if you've been going through any problems, you'll see by the end of the year for some of you guys that your partner really, really cares about you, and they're willing to go to the end of the earth to show you that. That is your love reading if you are in a couple, Scorpio, okay? If you're single or casually dating, check out your other video. It's on the site, okay? But this is for you guys if you're in a couple. And I will speak to you guys really soon on your generals. Speak to you soon. Take care.